Hey guys, what's up? This is Cameron. This week on the TLounge, we're giving tips for trannies. I'm basically going to focus on your mental stability as far as the whole transition goes, and then also physically as well. Because mentally, you have to be comfortable in your own skin. Um, and as far as your friends that are not using proper pronouns and stuff like that, you need to correct them, even if you've been friends with them for years. Because in order for you to further on with your transition, your friends need to call you by that. They don't need to say ma'am anymore. They need to call you sir, or name change would be sufficient, obviously, but if you can't, like, Skylar was saying, definitely pick a name that's kind of either or, and have your friends start calling you by that name. So that way they get used to the fact of calling you Cameron or Ashton or Skylar or Reggie or Raven. It just pretty much depends on how you perceive yourself to your friends, and let them know, even if they, like I said, they've been your friends for years, and they need to understand and respect that you don't want to be called her anymore. They have to respect that. If they're your friends, they will. If not, delete them. That's what I'm going to say. And obviously, physically, yes, you do not want to be walking around with your hands on your hips. Don't twist your ass so much, because some tranny guys, not all of them, they still have that kind of a female walk. I mean, don't overdo it, but kind of like men strut. So you strut, and work out, keep your hair low cut, and if your voice is not, mine's still breaking up, I'm sorry guys. If your voice is not deep enough to pass, practice with your voice. Practice talking in a lower voice. So that way it makes it easier for you to pass when you're at a Publix or Walmart or wherever in the public area, or when you stop and talk to somebody on the side of the road. I mean, it doesn't matter. Because if you talk like a girl, they're going to say, shoot. So you gotta basically, you have to learn how to lower your voice. It's pretty easy, actually. It's not that hard. Because I know a lot of trans guys that still have a bit of a girly voice. A lot more than some of them. Some of them are deep like mine. That's natural. But, so, yeah, basically that's what you need to do. Excuse me. That's what you needs to do, is basically work on your voice, your physical appearance, and who you are in here. And once you accept yourself in full, all your friends will too, and they will start talking to you as a male. I think that was only two, right? Yeah. Yeah. And the other run, I guess I'm on number 3 now. Number 3 would be dress. Dress more masculine. We've had a couple of videos on the TLounge where we pretty much show you guys how to dress. And if you don't have a binder, if you're not small-breasted, then you need to get one. I mean, it's almost necessary, because when you start taking tea, or even if you're naturally transitioning and you start getting a mustache like so and sideburns like so, you're going to look really funny walking into a store with your bazookas out to here, you know what I mean? So definitely invest in a binder. Talk to someone that you're close to, and correct people when they don't use the proper pronouns, because that's not helping you prolong in your transition. And my last one would be to be a little bit more macho, like, don't be so get freaked out and get scared, just, you gotta be stronger than that, and just, be like, hey dude, what's up, and just talk about football. If you don't know about football, learn about football, because men like sports. And one of the sports that men like so much is Football, go up to a bar, sit down and talk to a total stranger about sports. And he is going to perceive you as a male as long as you do what we're basically giving you guys tips on. Learn about sports, work out, find things that guys find amusing, which is going to be kind of hard for some because a lot of people think that guys are just like a big old question mark in their head. So it's basically learn about sports, correct people when they don't use proper pronouns, work on your voice, um, pick a name that's either or, and have your friends start calling you by that. That's going to be it for this week, and I hope these tips come in handy for the new people and other people who just view our videos and however it is or whatever. But yeah, so definitely check out those 5 tips I just gave you, and you guys should be all right. Well, guys, until next week, Cameron is out. Peace out.